It's time for another episode of Guess What It Is! Is it A, the trailer for the new Legend of Zelda video game? Or B, the unofficial sequel to Maradonia, the Shadow Empire? Or is it C, B-roll footage for last year's series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
And if you guessed any of those answers, I'm afraid to say that you're completely wrong. Yes, unfortunately, the competition was rigged. Because you see, what you're looking at here right now, these pictures here, you see, this is actually supposed to be The Lord of the Rings! Yeah, that's right. I mean the Lord of the Rings, as in, you know, the literature, the work of art by Professor J.R.R. Tolkien, the man himself, the legend. I mean, we're talking about quite possibly the greatest work of high fantasy ever written, ever, at least in the modern age. It's my favorite fantasy story. It always has been. I love it. And I always wanted The Lord of the Rings to remain a book. I didn't think it needed to be translated into anything else. And I ragged on the Peter Jackson movies back in the day. I did, even though I look back now and I admit those movies are decent translations of the literature. I will admit it. I'll admit it. They're fine movies. There's nothing wrong with them. Okay? I'll hold up my hands and I'll admit it now. I was an angry teenager back then, and I did. I used to go after the movies and you know, I used to rant about them. Rant about them to thin air. Now I can rant about them into my computer microphone. But what I am looking at here now is, without doubt, the aborted child of the five armies. Why are they doing this? I thought it was a trailer for Joan of Arc! And then I find out it's The Lord of the Rings, and then I look at it, it looks terrible! How old is the Lord of the Rings movie now? Like about 20 years old? It must be about 20 years old now, the very first. The Fellowship of the Ring, almost 20 years, right? That movie looks amazing. It looks absolutely brilliant. It has real sets. It has real props. You know, it's shot on location. This abomination that they're now bringing out on Amazon, it looks like a video game. It looks awful. I might as well sit down and play Oblivion or Morrowind or any older Scrolls game from back in the day. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sit down and watch this. I mean no disrespect, but I know Tolkien will be spinning in his grave at this. I just know this is terrible. This is an abuse of the literature. If you want to create some crazy, weird fantasy thing, then go and create your own random thing. Don't bastardize that literature of the book. It's absolutely... 1 second, we appear to be suffering a technical error. I'll be back in a few minutes, just excuse me.
What do you want? Calm down, or you'll give yourself a bloody heart attack. I can't. Look, I can't calm down. You idiot. It's impossible. Have you seen this? Have you seen what they've done to the Lord of the Rings? Look, there's no point getting all crazy about it. It's just a stupid television show. Just forget about it. Who cares at the end of the day? Just don't watch it. You too damn right I won't watch it. And no, I won't calm down. This is Lord of the Rings. It's not just some random thing. It's not just some pulp fiction book from back in the 1920s. It's got rice burrows, you know, at the Earth's core. It's not like that. It's not just a pulp book. This is a major work of fantasy. And if I want to rant and go crazy about it, then I will. Do you hear me? Oh, well, fine. End up in hospital then, you crazy nutter. I have to end up in hospital about this, and it'll be for a good cause. Now, get out of my way, you...
Sorry about that, folks. We appear to have a technical issue just then, but it's been resolved now. Let's get back into the rant. This is sad. This is bad. This is awful. I don't know what else to say. I think I've said all that I can say. It's just so miserable. I can honestly sit here and say to anyone that's listening to this, I can honestly say that I have lived to see all of my favorite franchises completely destroyed. Alien, Terminator, Star Wars, Doctor Who. Good Lord, Doctor Who. What they did to Doctor Who. I could sit here and make a video about Doctor Who that would last like 20 minutes, and it would be me just swearing for 20 minutes straight, and no one on God's green earth deserves to listen to that rubbish. That's why I'm not going to do it. But I've seen all my favorite things destroyed, and now they're going to move on to the Lord of the Rings. Damn and blast. I don't know why I'm surprised. I knew they were making this series. I knew it was going to be bad, but seriously. Good Lord. It's going to be like the Game of Thrones. Is it really? And how well did the Game of Thrones go? It turned into a disaster. And now you're bringing the same thing into the Lord of the Rings. Does Hollywood or I don't know if it's Hollywood making, well, I'm going to guess it is. These big industries, these big studios, what are they going to learn? What are they going to learn? The mistakes from the past. Make something from the heart. Don't just glam it all up and put a lot of garbage into it. Okay. I'm sure there's other people on the internet that are going to be saying the same kind of things. Probably doing better, making reviews that are going to be better constructed than this. So this isn't a review, it's just me just dribbling and talking nonsense, but I'm going to end it now. I'm going to shut up and end it now because there's nothing more I can say. I'm not going to watch this, and I don't give a damn. I don't care whether it succeeds, and I don't care if it fails. I sadly don't. The last few words I'm going to use, I'm going to end this video with a few words, not very Tolkien. I'm not going to be using I'm not going to be using any Tolkienian language. No, and the words that I will use will absolutely, definitely not be the best of the Queen's English. I'm afraid not. I'm sorry, Tolkien, but I have to say this while I'm in the mode, while I'm in the rhythm of it. Dear folks, prepare yourself. Thank you. God bless, and good night.